The huge divide has grown evident in the country of Brazil between the rich and the poor. Much like we're seeing it here in the United States of America. We're watching the international bankers. We're watching our congressmen, the senators, the president, all these lobbyists. We're watching every single one of them lining their pockets. We watch Hank Paulson turn around and get away with $700 billion scot-free. We're watching the hijacking of this country, and we're watching people getting rich, and we're watching people getting poor, extremely poor. And it's taking place over in Brazil. As a matter of fact, the people over in Brazil got a little bit more sense than we do. The administration prior to this lady that's allegedly that's in office right now, they pouring all this money into entertainment. And I keep trying to tell you people over and over and over again, you need to be aware and be careful of all these institutions out there called corporations and companies, especially the media and them, when they deflect your attention from the real issues and pour money into entertainment and sports. Have you noticed that movies today are coming out faster? I mean, they're coming out faster than baseball games. Movie after movie after movie after movie after movie. Every time you go into Walmart or go into a store, you turn on one of these trailers, you turn on a video, there's a trailer for another movie, another movie, another movie. And what they're doing is trying to deflect your mind and your conscience from the real issues, and that there are people out there that are getting poor, extremely poor. And they have no redress agreements. Their government is not going to take care of them. Because they grew up in this system. The system hadn't taught them how to function the right way because it's a debt-based system. And this system makes money off of free market capitalism, at least that's what they call it, and price gouging. Whenever there's a catastrophe and stuff, of course, they call that, the truth is they're making a bunch of money off of other people's misfortune. That's why every time there's a storm, you see the price gouging. And it's totally amazing. And we're watching people become extremely rich, and the rich don't care about the poor. And we're watching the poor bear the brunt, and we're watching these idiots out here who are actually protecting the rich people, jacking the poor. And you're watching the protesters going to protest their government, and they get met with armed force and resistance by the police with tear gas and rubber bullets. And Brazil just got finished having somebody getting killed in a protest over there. And now you got these people who are getting paid by their handlers, the law enforcement people, and they're not gonna lose their job, because then they'll be in the same old line as them poor folks down there. It's kind of like in Occupy Wall Street. There was an educated person sitting down the street occupying, protesting and stuff, holding the sign up and stuff, and then one of the bankers came out and offered her a job. She got off that protest line and went right in that building and went to work. So much for fundamentals, so much for integrity, so much for honor, so much for I really care about my fellow human or my fellow man over here behind me or beside me. And I just got me a job now, what I've been looking for. I'm making $60,000 a year. Y'all go ahead and protest. I'm going to go in here and make some money. See what's going on? Do you see what's going on? That's why it behooves you to position yourself. And you need to position yourself real quick, fast, and in a hurry to get to the point to where you're not dependent upon this system. And if you remain in those population centers called cities, you people are stupid to be in a city like New York, New Jersey, Chicago, Michigan, these cities in Michigan, LA, California, Illinois, as far as states go, New York and New Jersey. And what is wrong? Why is this? And then you stupid, idiotic people that sit down there in that flood zone down there in New Orleans, where you actually are below the sea level. Whew. Boy. And I get on here and I holler and I scream. I dance, I shout. I do everything I can to try to inform people and to let people know what they need to do. And then I'm met with fierce opposition with chaotic, ignorant folks who are doing their job to keep you bound. I'm telling you, because it's amazing what's going on. But you're not going to see what's being reported over there in Brazil in the mainstream news media, because that's not what they're there for. They're there to report the news that their handlers desired for them to report. RT don't care. They're going to report it all anyway. And what you're seeing over in Brazil and all these other people in the world, hey, they may have stamped out Occupy Wall Street, but there's coming a protest in this country once these poor folks realize that the government subsidiaries are being cut. They're constantly being put out of street, put out of homes, and then they're put out of tents, and then they'll get fire water bombed by, if you want such a thing, by the fire department. You're all finding out exactly what this country think about you. And Obama is following the same footsteps as George W. Bush. And they are lining the pockets. And they're cronies for these people with big dollars, big bucks. They don't care nothing about you. And it's taken some of you people a long time. I told you a long time ago, especially all you black folks out there that thought that because you got a black president, no. See, that's the difference. That's the reason why you need to know the difference in heritage and where people come from. You need to know that. But you thought you had a black president because somebody got some skin like this, and you think that he's on your side, and you got, again, duped and deceived. And of course, then I took it from all them people. Man, did they jump on Pastor Dow when I told him about that pig that they call a president, Barack Hussein Obama. Man, all these chicken hawks. All these chicken hawks showing up left and right and acting like they're Billy Bad Butts. And they're impoverishing the people. Literally impoverishing the people. Look at our country. You have a time of reflection that you need to be doing this weekend. If you ain't never done it, you need to start practicing it. And you need to start really, truly getting your head together in advance to think ahead of some of the moves you need to be making. Because the last thing you want to be caught is even dead in one of those population centers. And what your church is going to do. You know, all these bishops, that's like that Bishop Paul S. Morton. No sooner as the thing flooded, the first thing he did, he left the sheep down there in New Orleans to drown. He got on his Lear jet and got out of there. When the smoke had cleared and the water had dissipated, he came back, and all of a sudden, we've been through a lot, y'all. We've been through a lot. And everybody, yeah, we've been through a lot. Anyway, I think I done said enough on that. All I'm trying to do is stimulate thought. It don't make no difference to me. Upset. Hey, you have to understand, I'm providing a service to all you people out there who otherwise wouldn't have the mind to expand or have the opportunity to even think down these avenues and this road that I'm talking about. You have to understand, 17 years ago, 18 years ago, I started making moves like this. And I'm telling you, and I started preparing because I knew this was going to come. And I'm preparing today for what I'm seeing is going to take place 10 years down the road. And some of you people, you are going to remember my face and my voice in a very painful way because I told you so. Anyway, hey, keep on doing what you're doing. Keep on being lethargic, apathetic, complacent, lazy, despondent, all the above. Keep being that way because you deserve exactly what you get